on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Stout now. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fighting through, and he's got space. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Second down and 4.
Go 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And the Steelers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here we go now on first and goal. Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Now it's Wilson. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. This defense for the Steelers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Second down and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Steelers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Harris running straight ahead. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Got his man. It's Warren. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. And one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing is Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Middle. Yeah. Go.
First down, here's Mitchell. Fighting his way through contact. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Jackson to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, it's Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Now Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
To throw again is Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Great games galore here in Week 16, with a couple happening on Saturday. The second of which, Steelers and Ravens, the great rivalry at 4:30 Eastern Time. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. He finds Austin complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the give, it's Warren. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Jackson. And the ball is knocked out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
25-yard line.
Yo, shut up.
Jackson will throw again. It's caught by Aguilar. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Play action. Now Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 18-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Steelers first down.
On the give, this is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action with Wilson. Finds Pickens outright. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A handoff for Warren. Down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Jackson to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Flowers. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. One last shot for Jackson. Flushed out right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations.